And now, Demon Nation, everyone on your feet for Maine Pep. We now ask that everyone please stand, remove your hat, and join in singing the national anthem performed by the Blue Regiment. Thank you, Blue Regiment.
Live from Maine Memorial Stadium in Park Ridge, Illinois, WMTH-TV is proud to present Blue Demon Football. Tonight, it's the home finale and senior night for the Blue Demon football team as they take on the Cougars of Vernon Hills High School. Hello, everyone, along with camera operators Papa J and Quentin Lasky. I'm Phil Ash, and welcome into a unseasonably cool night for some Friday night football. Temperature at kickoff is about 44 degrees, and it may dip below 40 degrees before the night is over. It is the home finale for the 2019 football season for the Blue Demons. And as we talk about the game for tonight, the Cougars of Vernon Hills are a good team. And they run a quick screen game. They get the ball out fast, don't get a chance for the rush to get upfield. Looking in warm-ups, their quarterback, Thomas Monken, appears to have a pretty decent arm and can zip it in there with authority. So it'll be interesting to see how the Blue Demons come out and defend. Kickoff is set to go here in just a minute. The officials are getting everything set. Welcome into Blue Demon football.
Tonight's officials, referee Jack Long, umpire Rich Koziel, linesman Jim Camille, line judge Nick Mosseri, back judge Anthony Walker. Vernon Hills set to kick off. Blue Demons defending the south end zone.
So this game will open with Blue Demons to receive the ball. Of course, it is senior night here at Maine Memorial Stadium. Seniors such as Balthazar Cabrales, Gustavo Cabrales, O'Neill Isaac, all graduating. Bit of a squib kick here to start, fielded by number 5 of the Blue Demons. And good field position, start tackled right about the 41-yard line of Maine East.
Tackle made by number 7.
Gustavo
Cameron Martin.
Cabrales
Blue Demons will have great field position.
fielded the squib kick there. Interesting way to start. Not entirely sure if that was a missed kick by the Cougars or if they have a issue with their kicking game. So 1st and 10, Blue Demons. And the Blue Demons offense is led by the junior Caesar Graham, number 22. Bit of an undersized guy, but he's got an arm, and he will every once in a while run it. Balthazar Cabrales is sort of an every down back, and he'll trade off with O'Neal Isaac as well. Quarterback keeps it, and going to be tackled for a loss of about 3 on the play, bringing up 2nd down and long.
Tackle made by 56, Vito Atatura. Loss of yard or so on the play. Brings up 2nd down. We'll call 12 yards to go.
2nd down and 12. So key to the game tonight for the Blue Demons is kind of the key that we hear most nights. Try not to beat yourself. Try to keep mistakes to a minimum. And when I talk about mistakes, I'm talking about penalties, pre-snap penalties, and of course the big one is turnovers. Try to hold on to the ball, take care of the football. And on the other side, make sure your tackling and fundamentals are sound. So 2nd down and 12. Again, Balthazar Cabrales with a direct snap. He elects to keep it, tries to go to the outside, and nothing there. Again, might have lost another yard or 2 on the play, bringing up 3rd and long in the opening possession of the 1st quarter.
Tackle made by 31, Eric Remus. No gain on the play, brings up 3rd down, 12 yards to go.
No gain on that play, brings up 3rd down and about 12 yards to go. Four wide receivers set. Nope, make it 3 wide receivers. Low snap, fielded, and they're going to be dropped for a loss. Quarterback is sacked in the play. Low shotgun snap is all he could do to basically field the ball, and by that time the rush had arrived. So a bad start for Balthazar Cabrales and the Blue Demons.
16 yards to go.
Interesting that Balthazar Cabrales played some quarterback in that situation. 22 Caesar Graham is their usual quarterback. Now he comes out in the punt formation. Maybe there's going to be a threat of a It is the punt. It's away. Pretty decent kick. And bobbled and fielded and next to no gain, maybe even a loss from where he originally caught the ball, is number 10 of the Cougars. Ball will be starting at about the 33-yard line for the Cougars. Luke Lukens on the reception of the football here as we get a look at the opening possession for the Vernon Hills Cougars. Again, I'm told they run a quick screen offense. The ball comes out fast. They line up in the gun. Handoff and a reverse. Back to the flea flicker. Going deep. Coverage is there, and it is incomplete. Good coverage on the play by the Blue Demons. They were not fooled to their credit. Andrew Morales on the defense. Good clean play.
Broken up by number 7, Andrew Morales.
He did really good to break that ball. I thought he was actually in a good position to perhaps try to make a play on it. But either way, it is going to be 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. So a bit of razzle-dazzle here in the opening possession. They ran a reverse into a flea flicker. Empty backfield out of the gun. 5 wide receivers. Back to throw. Dumps it underneath. Missed tackle there by the Blue Demons, and number 32 inside the 30 of Maine East, and finally tackled out of bounds. Reception by Jackson Wegold of the Vernon Hills Cougars. So again, simple dump-off pass, and goes for big yardage here in the early going.
Near the Blue Demon, we'll call it the 27-yard line.
First and 10. Cougars threaten here early. Again underneath. This time the Blue Demon defense is there. Tackled immediately for no yards after the catch by number 21. Justin Morris.
Made by 44, Jonathan Gonzalez.
He'll get forward progress.
Second down, we'll call it 7 yards to go.
He'll get forward progress on the play, gain of about 3 or 4 yards. Second down, about 7 or 6 to go. Cougars are hurried up to the line here. They're running, got a pretty up-tempo offense to start. Again with a quick pass. And touchdown, Cougars.
Number 22.
Reception number 22, Jake Piper. Touchdown.
Cougars lead 6-0.
Cougars.
Something to point after try.
Extra point is good. And just like that, it is a 7-0 lead for Vernon Hills in the early going of the first quarter here at Memorial Stadium. So, again, as I said, it's a quick passing offense, and you saw it on full display. Nothing particularly fancy about it. Just you got to give credit to the quarterback, Thomas Monken. He's got quite the arm, a very quick release, and each pass he threw was very accurate and on the money. Just simple dump-offs, but in each case, Maine East playing sort of a zone defense, and no one was really near them to make the tackle, and then the receiver had enough speed to outrun him to the end zone. So Maine East will receive the ball for a second time. For Maine East, back to receive the kick is Baltazar Cabrales and Grayson Gregorio are deep for Maine East. This time they kick it all the way. Nothing squibby about that kick. And Maine East ball carrier, Grayson Gregorio on the return. Not much there. Tackled at about the 16 or 17 yard line of Maine East. 1st and 10 on their second possession.
First down and 10 yards to go near their own 14 yard line.
So second possession for Maine East, you're hoping just a little bit better execution. They tried some outside stretch zone runs that didn't work. They had a low shotgun snap, so hoping to get some positive yards here in their second possession. This time, Caesar Graham is the quarterback. 2 in the backfield, 2 receivers to each, 1 receiver to each side. Handoff to Gregorio, and again, looks like next to no gain.
Ball carried by number 8, O'Neal Isaac.
Excuse me, O'Neal Isaac, the 5'10", 160-pound senior, with his first carry of the day. Looks like it was no gain on the play.
Loss of about 1 yard.
Maybe a loss of 1.
Down, 11 yards to go.
Second down and 11. 2 wide receivers. Quick pass. Pass is caught. And tackled immediately
number 9, Grayson Gregorio.
by Gregorio on the reception, but tackled immediately. Looks to be right at the line of scrimmage, so they might have given him a yard on the play, so we're maybe 2 yards. So we're looking at a 3rd down and 9.
3rd down, a long 9 yards to go.
3rd down and a long 9. This time Maine East spreads him out. 3 receivers to Caesar Graham's left, single receiver to his right, single in the back. Back to throw. Pass is caught by number 88. Cuts it back inside. Nice little move there, but not enough for a first down. Tackled after a gain of about 5. Number 88 on the reception, Casper Alzuski.
Tackle made by 39.
And that brings up 4th down. 4th down and about 4 or 5 yards to go.
Brings up 4th down. We'll call it 4 yards to go.
Couple of decent quick passes by Caesar Graham, but not enough yardage for the first down, and so Maine East will punt the football for the second time. Not as good of a punt as the first one. Ball's bouncing around. Fielded again by number 10 and tackled after a gain of about 5 yards.
Punt return, number
Cougars will have the ball just at about their 48-yard line, right at about midfield. They'll take over for the second time.
Cougars start 1st and 10 from near their own.
Glad that you're joining us here tonight on senior night. We'll be honoring the Maine East senior band members at halftime before we see a performance by the Blue Regiment. We already were honoring the football seniors and the cheerleading seniors prior to this game. Again, the quick pass by number 22, and he's got room to run. Easy first down pickup. Tackled at about the 40-yard line of Maine East. Ball is out, but the play has been ruled dead. Reception by Piper, number 22, once again.
54. Just 54. First and 10.
Again with the hurry-up offense. 1st and 10. About the 38-yard line of Maine East. Second possession for the Cougars. Monken back. Again, the quick pass. Wide receiver screen. Fielded by number 13. Breaks free. Fumble on the play.
Fumble on the play. Recovered.
Cougars will retain possession
on the reception. Giovanni Zulo.
after a gain of about 8 yards. Fumble on the play.
Brings up
On the wide receiver screen, Giovanni Zulo lost the football at the end of the play, but the Cougars were able to recover.
Ball's caught. Short of the goal line.
Pass is caught.
Number
Heck of a throw there, right to the post,
13.
or right to the pylon,
Giovanni
rather.
Zulu.
Reception by 13, Giovanni Zulu. It's going to be
Brings
first
pass
and
at the
goal,
sideline, brings up
right
first
at
down
the
and
1 yard
goal
line.
From near the 1 yard line.
Handoff to number 58, in for the touchdown, walks right into the end zone. Bradley Gothalf with the ball carrier.
Vernon Hills will be attempting the point after.
2 possessions, 2 touchdowns for the Cougars. And just like that, Maine East trails by 13, pending the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good.
Try successful. Kick by number 3, Shane Mancayo.
It's 14-0 lead.
14-0 with 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter of play.
Five minutes left to go in the first quarter of play. Maine East trails the Vernon Hills Cougars 14-0, set to receive their 3rd possession of the game. 2 3-and-outs so far for the Maine East offense. They've got to get something going, get some positive momentum going in this game if they want to keep pace with the Cougars, who look to be unstoppable on offense. Play is blown dead.
This play is coming back.
This will be a penalty against the Blue Demons. They're counting players, which makes me wonder if it was too many men on the field. So instead of kicking the ball off at the 40, they're kicking off at the 45, are the Cougars. They'll put their leg into it again. Fielded by Cabrales. Looking for a hole. Tries to get to the edge. He does, almost breaks free. Good effort by Cabrales, the scrappy senior, do-it-all ball carrier for Maine East. They're going to get their ball. They'll have first down at about their own 17-yard line.
From near their 17-yard line. 18-yard line.
We'll call it the 18-yard line. BA announcer and I are challenged by our line of sight. We're doing the best we can, but I guess it's the 18-yard line. We'll see if that comes into play on this possession. First and 10. Graham again with a quick throw. Wide receiver screen. Cabrales breaks 3, spins, and gains some extra yardage. Close to a first down.
Tackle made by number 39.
Tackle on the play by number 39 of Vernon Hills.
Number 39. Brings up second down, about 5 yards to go.
So second down and 5. Good positive play there by the Blue Demons. 3 receivers to Caesar Graham, the quarterback's right, single to his left. Out of the gun. Handoff. Hole up the middle that closes quickly. Isaac's on the
number 8,
carry.
Isaac on
short
the
gain, maybe about 1 or 2 yards.
Tackle made by 32, Jackson Weagle.
He's going to bring up third down and about 4 yards to go.
Third down, 4 yards to go.
So Maine East quick to the line as well, trying to match some of the pace and tempo of the Cougars, who are lightning quick in and out of the huddle. Out of the gun once again. Graham again fakes the throw, decides to keep it and runs. And he's going to be up, fumble on the play, but the ball was blown dead.
Ball was whistled dead.
And we'll see where they spot it. He looks to be pretty close to the first down. It's a first down for Maine East.
Blue Demons.
So Maine East with their first down of the night.
Demons.
So good job by Graham to keep it. There's a big hole open right in front of him, and he was able to run through it and get just enough for the first down. Hopefully he hangs on to the ball here. Again, first and 10. Handoff to Cabrales. Tries to go wide to his right.
Number 1, Baltazar Cabrales in the
Tackled that time behind the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made by number 13, Giovanni Zulu. Loss of about a yard in the play, brings up second down, 11.
Call it a loss of 1 in the play. Second down and 11 coming up. It's going to be sad to see Baltazar Cabrales leave this football team. In many ways, he's been the heart and soul of the program. Kind of undersized at 5'6", 160 pounds, but he can flat out fly. And it's been a real joy watching him break into the open field, particularly on kickoffs and punts. He's got a real knack for it. And then O'Neal Isaac also, he'll be missed as well. So it is senior night, so this is an opportunity for everybody to say goodbye to their career as Blue Demon football players. We have a timeout on the field there at Maine East. It's their first timeout.
Timeout charge to Maine East.
Hope you are all looking forward to seeing the Blue Demon Regiment perform. They've been piecing together their field show throughout the football season, and they've got it all together, so this will be the last time we'll be seeing the Blue Demon Regiment for this season. So here we go. Second down, 11. Bunch set of wide receivers to Caesar Graham's left, single to the right. Some movement before the snap.
Preliminary signal, false start against the Blue Demons, 5-yard penalty.
False start against Maine East, 5-yard penalty. And first penalty against Maine East, maybe the second after the special teams penalty, first one on offense. So again, the pre-snap penalties, you don't want to do that, especially when you're already challenged by the speed of the Cougar offense. You want to try to give the defense a rest and stack first downs, and that's hard to do with a pre-snap penalty when you're already in second and long. Now instead of second and 11, you're looking at second and 16, and that's not a way to keep your offense on the field. So hopefully that's something they can avoid as the game goes on. Again, with the bunch wide receivers, three wide receivers bunched up to the left. We'll see what they'll try to run out of that. Caesar out of the shotgun. Handoff. Try to cuts in is Isaacs.
Number 8, O'Neal Isaac on the carry. Tackle made by 32, Jackson
Gain
Eagle.
of maybe a couple, bringing up third down and about 13 yards to go. We approach 2 minutes left in the opening quarter of play. 14-0 Cougars. Third down and 13. Caesar Graham takes. Ball is fielded by number 7.
Caught by number 1, Baltazar Cabrales.
Or excuse me, number 1, Baltazar Cabrales. Again, tried to run a bit of a wide receiver screen out of that bunch set, but Vernon Hills was ready for it, and no gain on the play. 4th and 13 or 14 yards to go, and once again, Maine East will have to be back in punt formation. Now, one of the interesting things I'm noticing right now in the punt formation, they're keeping Caesar Graham in just to keep the defense and special teams honest in case they want to do a fake. It'll be interesting to see if, as the game goes on, if they actually will try to have that happen. Good block by Graham, and the punter just gets the ball away. Fielded at the 45-yard line. Nice tackle on the play by Baltazar Cabrales.
Tackled immediately by number 1.
Tackled for a loss.
Baltazar Cabrales speeding over to make the tackle. Cougars will start first
again.
And 10
Baltazar Cabrales will be
line.
sorely missed.
Remaining the first quarter of play.
It's amazing how much heart he plays with, and you saw it right there.
You need a warm beverage,
went right
pick
from
up the
offense to
concession
special
stand.
teams and just made a good textbook form tackle on the ball carrier for the Cougars. So 1st and 10 at their own 45. Cougars have had excellent field position throughout this game. Coming on a blitz, steps up, and wide open is number 21. Long gain on the play. Finally tackled.
On the reception, Justin Morris.
Right at about the 20-yard line. Number 21, Justin
Pushed
Morris.
out of bounds by number 8, O'Neal Isaac. 1st and 10, Cougars near the Blue Demon 25-yard line. 1:01 remaining in the first quarter.
So Maine East tried to blitz that time, and they weren't able to get there. And Monk was able to step up in the pocket, buy himself some time, and found a wide open ball carrier. This time, throws it down, incomplete, intended for number 10, Luke Lutkins.
Brings up
second down.
51 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play. Ball caught by number 13, Giovanni Zulu.
Ball caught by Zulu. Nice tackle by number 7 of the Blue Demons, Andrew Morales. Good coverage downfield by the Blue Demons.
Down about 5 yards.
Monken dumped it off. At that time, there was a Blue Demon ready to meet him.
Last play, bearing a penalty.
Last play of the first quarter here, coming right up. 3rd down and about 5 yards to go. Monken takes out of the gun.
And there's a penalty on the
And
field.
play is blown dead.
Preliminary signal, false start against the Cougars.
That's going to be a false start against Vernon Hills, 5-yard penalty, and just like that, it's 3rd and 10. 7 seconds to go here in the opening quarter of play.
3rd down, 10 yards to go for Vernon Hills. Winding the clock.
That is the end of the first quarter here at Maine Memorial Stadium, where the score is 14-0 here on senior night for Maine East Fall Sports.
Everything all right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is cold.
If you were wondering, this is a Bruno Mars song performed by the Pep Band. Second quarter. Cougars have the ball.
Pass is caught there
Touchdown.
for a touchdown.
Number 21.
Number 21 on the
Justin
reception,
Morris.
Justin Morris. Opening play of the second quarter is a touchdown for the Cougars on their 3rd possession. Pending the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good.
Try successful. Cougars lead 21-0.
Cougars are up 21-0 here in the opening seconds of the first quarter. And so far what I'm seeing on defense for the Blue Demons is they're not getting any pressure on Monken. They've tried blitzing him. Eyes are always down the field as the quarterback is able to sidestep some of that pressure, buy time with his feet, and then he's got the arm and the accuracy to put the ball where he wants it.
Vernon Hills getting set to kick off.
Cabrales fields the kickoff, runs into a pile at about the 15-yard line, and he's dragged down by 3 or 4 Cougars. Ball would be about the 25-yard line of the Blue Demons.
Initial tackle by number 20, Joshua Ludolf. Blue Demons had the ball, 1st and 10 from near their own 26-yard line.
Ball will be placed at the 26-yard line of Maine East. Their opening possession of the second quarter. Had a couple of first downs, or 1 first down in the previous possession, and then some pre-snap penalties killed that momentum. So we got to try to keep those to a minimum and see what they're able to do against this Vernon Hills defense. Out of the shotgun, again with a quick throw. And that time,
Incomplete pass.
hard to see who that was intended for. There's 2 wide receivers in the area, but no one turned around.
tied up at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down, 10, Blue Demons.
Looked like a miscommunication there. Both intended receivers were engaged in blocks. And so hard to say who that was intended for. Second down and 10. Toss back.
Big tackle by
Tackled for a big loss by number 19 of Vernon Hills. John McDonald on the tackle. Big loss of yardage. That's going to take them back inside the 10, bringing up third and forever. Oh, excuse me, it wasn't inside the 10, but it's definitely inside the 20. Balls at the 18, Maine East. They've got to get all the way to the 37-yard line for a first down. So we'll see what they can do here on this play. 4 wide receivers out. Lone back, out of the gun. Graham, quick pass. Bobbled and intercepted, intended for Cabrales. In and out of the hands of Cabrales and into the hands of number 13. Number 13 of Vernon Hills, Giovanni Zulo on the pickoff. So first turnover of the game. And with Vernon Hills already up 21-yard line, this is not good to have them possession already at Maine East, inside Maine East 30-yard line. Monken back to throw. Throws a pass. Caught for the touchdown.
Touchdown number 10, Luke Lutkin.
Number 10. Luke Lukin on the reception. An immediate touchdown off of the turnover by the Blue Demons puts Vernon Hills in major control of this ball game, and we're in the opening moments of the second quarter.
Try coming up for the Cougars.
Snap is back, kick is up, and the kick is good.
Number 3, Shane Moncayo. Cougars lead 28-0.
4 possessions, 4 touchdowns for Maine East, or for Vernon Hills. Just under 11 minutes left to play in the first half. It's never good to never a good idea to turn the ball over in any circumstance in the game of football, but it's especially devastating when you do it in your side of the field, because you're giving the ball to an offense that has already beaten you for 3 scores, and now you're put in the position with a short field, and as you saw what happened, they didn't waste any time. And I got to say, I'm very impressed with the quarterback, Thomas Monken. I've not seen a football team throw this much. I think they've maybe only had 2 or 3 handoffs. It's been all passes. But they've got the quarterback to do that as they get set to kick off. Kick is up. Fielded by Cabrales. Looks for a hole. And he's going to be brought down at about the 27-yard line. First and 10, Blue Demons at their own 27.
19, John McDonald.
John McDonald on the tackle.
From near their own 20.
It's about their 28-yard line. Pardon me that. I said 27, but it's first and 10 from their 28. Again with the bunch formation, 3 wide receivers to the right of Caesar Graham with a single receiver to his left. Number 19 looks like he's in position to blitz. It's picked up, hands the ball off for a short gain for O'Neal Isaac.
Tackle made by 56, Vito Asatura. Gain of 1 yard of play brings up second down, 9 yards to go.
Second down and long for Maine East. Caesar Graham back to throw. Throws it deep for Cabrales, who had a step on the defenders but is incomplete. A little bit too far out of the reach of Balthazar Cabrales.
Brings up third down, about 9 yards to go.
It's unfortunate. Cabrales had a step. There was two defenders on him. He had him beaten both, but he couldn't ring that one in. Bringing up third down and long. Third down and 9 for Maine East. Ball just inside their 30-yard line. Caesar Graham with a keeper, and he's got the rush. He finds the ball. Ball is incomplete. It was intended for Kasper Olszewski.
Intercepted by number 10.
Almost intercepted. It was a
brings up fourth down, about 9 yards to go. Minnie's getting set.
Pretty decent throw by Graham, but it was a dangerous throw. It was almost picked as he was being chased by 3 or 4 Cougars on the play, looking for a way to get rid of it. And it is fourth down, and Blue Demons are in punt formation. Kick is up. Fielded by the Blue Demons and tackled again by Balthazar Cabrales. Nice return there by number 14 of Vernon Hills, Josiah McDonald.
Cougars will start with excellent field position. First and 10 from near the Blue Demon 35-yard line.
First and 10 at the Blue Demon 35-yard line. So again, an excellent return, great field position, and this offense takes over once again. First and 10 Cougars. Pass is complete. Good run, first down and more by number 32, finally tackled.
Number 32 in the reception, Jackson Weigold.
By Gustavo Gregorio.
Tackle made by number 8,
Gustavo
Isaac.
O'Neal Isaac on the tackle. First down Cougars.
First and 10.
Ball inside
From
the 20 of Maine East.
Blue Demon 17-yard line.
Pass is caught. Excellent throw and catch.
By number 22, Jake Piper.
By 22, Jake Piper.
Number 8,
good coverage there, but
gain about 8 yards of play.
Thomas Monk was able to zip it in there. Impressive coverage, but it's all for naught. That is a reception. Ball is now inside the 10. First and goal, second and short. About second down and 1. As the Cougars are threatening Maine East once again. Empty backfield. Out of the gun. Touchdown.
Touchdown reception, number 21, Justin Morris.
Number 21, Justin Morris on the reception. He was wide open in the back of the end zone. The extra point, snap is back, kick is up, and once again it is good. And just like that,
successful.
About 8.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter, and the Cougars are up 35-0.
Who can name this song played by the pep band? Anyone? Cougars getting set to kick off.
Maine East receives a kick once again. Cabrales has a little bit of room to run. Makes a couple people miss and drags some tacklers. Still moving forward. Impressive return. That kid is all heart. Carried Cougars about 5 or 6 or 7 yards. And instead of first and 10 at the 25, the effort by Cabrales gives him an extra 10 yards on the play, be first down and 10 at about their 35-yard line. Excellent, excellent play and effort by Balthazar Cabrales. Showing everyone why he's been so important to this football program on senior night. Hand off to Cabrales. Tackled after maybe a gain of a yard.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down 10, Blue Demons.
No gain on the play. Pitch back, flea flicker, going deep. Intercepted. Intercepted on the play by number 14, Josiah McDonald.
Cougars will take possession.
So a bit of trickery by the Blue Demons, but it's their second turnover of the night. The flea flicker
from near their own
from Graham
48-yard line
to Isaacs is intercepted. So it's first down for the Cougars at their own 48-yard line. About 7 minutes left to go here in the first half. Again, back to throw, looking downfield. Broken up. Nearly intercepted by O'Neal Isaac.
All over that pattern.
So even up by 35 points, the Cougars continuing to throw the football. I think I've maybe had 3 or 4 runs in the entire half for the Cougars, which when you consider what their point total is, it's fairly impressive. Mongan is sacked on the play.
Number
53 and 44, the Blue Demons are there to meet him.
Just number 53. And 44.
Jonathan Gonzalez, number 44. Siad Kamal there on the sack. Brings up third and long.
For the Cougars.
3rd and long, empty backfield, 5 wide receivers. On the blitz are the Blue Demons. It's picked up. Scrambling around looking to throw. Rifles his pass. Incomplete.
Incomplete pass intended for number
4th down and
22,
long,
Jake
intended for
Piper.
number 22. So the Cougars are in punt formation for the first time. Kick bounces all the way inside the 10 and rolls dead.
Inside the 10-yard line. Blue Demons will start 1st and 10.
So the Blue Demons will have
somewhere near their 7-yard
pretty
line.
tough field position inside their own 10-yard line for this next possession. First and 10, Maine East at about their own 8-yard line. Again, the quick pass falls incomplete.
Pass brings up 2nd down, 10, Blue Demons.
Timing hasn't quite been there for some of those passes with Caesar Graham. Runners are still in their patterns and sometimes aren't even looking for the ball, so we're hoping to get that cleaned up. Caesar Graham on the keeper, finds a hole and runs through. 1st down and more, finally tackled out of bounds. There is a flag on the play. There is a flag on the play. See what they call. It might be a late hit. I didn't see the flag fall.
Preliminary signal against the Blue Demons.
Preliminary signal is that it is against Maine East. It's a holding against Maine East.
Holding against the Demons. The play is coming back.
It was a late flag, so I thought perhaps it was a late hit out of bounds, but that was not the case, and that negates a good run by Caesar Graham. And instead of 1st and 10 and some breathing room, they're well backed up half the distance to the goal. Or no, they're not either. That's 2nd down and short. The flag must have been well after the holding call must have occurred after the 1st down was gained.
2nd down, 2 yards.
So 2nd down and 2. Again with a quick pass. Incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
Intended for number 88.
Intended for number 88, Casper Olszewski.
These quick passes are not a bad plan, but the problem with that is you got to be really careful if you're throwing a pass that close to the line of scrimmage, because if that is at all lateral and it's not going to be an incomplete pass anymore, it's going to be a fumble. It can go the other way. That's something that Caesar Graham's going to be careful of, make sure it is in fact a forward pass. He's got to get those more accurate so that they're not catching them with their shoestrings. There's been some, that one in particular, there was some ground to be had. Would have been probably a quick 1st down, but not a very accurate throw. Cougars showing blitz, now they back out of it. And it's timeout.
Timeout, charge Blue Demons.
Timeout of the field to Maine East, their 2nd. I think Maine East was trying to get him to jump off sides. It did not work, and now they're going to take a timeout to talk things over for this 3rd down conversion. Just over 5 minutes left to play in the first half. As a reminder, the Blue Demon Regiment will be featured at halftime. It's senior night for the band musicians as well. So they'll be honored by their families, or honored with their families on the football field before they perform their final field show. So hope you'll stick around to check that out.
Play is set to resume.
So coming out of the timeout, third down and 2. A couple of first downs here would be big for Maine East. Yes, they're down by 35, but you want to get something positive going in the half. They sneak and keep.
Quarterback keeper, Caesar Graham, waiting for the spot.
It's close. They're waiting.
Timeout.
Might need to get a measurement here. It looks like it's right at the stick. Nope, they are motioning for a first down. First down, Blue Demons.
First down, Blue Demons. First and 10, Maine East.
I've been impressed tonight with Caesar Graham's decision-making with his ball carrier. With the times he's decided to keep it, he's had some big holes right up the middle to be able to get some easy yardage. It's the second time he's kept it for a first down. First and 10 here. Under 5 minutes left to go in the first half of play. Blue Demons slowly marching out of their own end zone. Toss back to, I think that was Isaacs and the, yep,
Number
the
8,
ball carrier,
O'Neal
Isaac, but the Cougars are ready for it.
Tackled by number 39.
Loss of about 1.5 yards on the play.
Number 39. Loss of 1 yard in the play, brings up second down, 11 yards to go. 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first half of play.
The blitz is picked up. Caesar back to throw. Slipped and falls, and a flag is on the play. Probably in the neighborhood of holding against the Blue Demons.
Preliminary signal holding.
That's exactly what it is. Blue Demons came, or the Cougars came on a blitz. It was picked up initially. Caesar Graham on the keeper. And was looking for somewhere to throw, and he fell down, slipped on the turf.
Penalty is declined.
Cougars will decline the penalty. And it's going to bring up third down and about 16 yards. Quarterback keeper gains some positive yardage, but it will be short of the first down by a ton. It's going to be about 4th and 11 here. And Blue Demons will have to punt.
Vito Asatura brings up 4th down, 11 yards to go for the Blue Demons. Getting set to punt. Number 14 deep for the Cougars. Josiah McDonald. 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first half.
Bobbles a snap, gets the punt away, but gets clobbered.
Punt was just gotten off the nick of time. Cougars will have the ball.
So there was no penalty for roughing the kicker because, from my understanding, if the snap is not fielded cleanly, the kicker becomes a runner, and in that situation, they can be tackled, hit just like any other ball carrier. So they're not protected in that situation, and that's exactly what happened. The kick was able to, very lucky that kick wasn't blocked, very lucky he didn't get hurt, but he appears to be okay. Good sportsmanship there with the Cougars offering to help the guy up. It's very, very difficult to be a kicker, and you're getting hit in the act of kicking. It's never usually a good thing if you get hit too hard. 1st and 10, Vernon Hills, again with the quick passes. Missed tackles by the Blue Demons. Balthazar Cabrales, however, is not going to be denied on his senior night, and he brings down number 21, but not before Justin Morris gains about 7 yards on the play, maybe call it 6.
Brings up second down, we'll call it...
Second down and 4 yards to go.
Approaching
2 minutes left to play here in the first half. Back to throw again. Quick pass for the first down. Tackled out of bounds is Morris.
Justin Morris. First down, Cougars. First and 10, ball spotted near the Blue Demon 43-yard line.
First and 10, Vernon Hills. Maine's coming on a blitz. Gets picked up. Pass is caught.
Senior cheer parents and senior band parents.
And again, the chains get moved for enough for a first down.
Senior cheer parents, senior band parents, if you have not done so already, please report to the track. 1 minute and 50 seconds until halftime and recognition time.
First and 10. Pass is caught.
Pass is caught by
inside the 5-yard line by number 22.
Number 22.
Jake Piper.
Jake Piper.
So Vernon Hills is going to have first and goal inside the 5-yard line with about a minute and a half to play in the first half.
Goal from near the 4-yard line of the Blue Demons. Minute 37 remaining in the first half of play. Incomplete pass.
Pass is incomplete. Be second down.
Second and goal coming up from the 4-yard line.
That time he is sacked. Quarterback sack for Maine East. Finally
sack.
Able to take down Monken.
Number 9, Grayson Gregorio on the sack. Seconds remain.
Again with the pressure.
Incomplete
Hit as he throws.
pass.
Pass falls incomplete. So Blue Demons finally getting some pressure on number 12. It's such a strange ball game for me to watch because I've never seen a high school football team run the ball so little. I think they've maybe attempted 3 runs this entire half. They're continuing to throw the ball.
From near
and
the 12-yard line of the Blue Demons.
As a Bears fan, I know that if you're too one-dimensional and over-reliant on the pass, eventually the rush is going to get there. Not throwing shade at Matt Nagy. Well, maybe a little bit. Back to pass once again. This time, quick throw. Batted in the air.
Incomplete pass.
Almost incomplete. And there's a Maine East player down at the goal line. So that time Maine East stood strong against the aerial attack of the Vernon Hills Cougars. As we tend to the injured player, again, a reminder that during halftime, the Maine East Blue Regiment will perform and their seniors will be honored.
Number 54, being assisted off the field, just number 54.
54 is the injured Blue Demon. He's up under his own power, being helped off the field by the trainers. Glad to see that he's okay. And it'll be 4th down for Vernon Hills here with about 34 seconds left in the first half. Interested to see if they will attempt a field goal, if they'll try to go for it. Can't quite see the down and distance markers yet to see exactly where they're at.
Excuse me, first down. Blue Demons at the ball, first down.
Oh, that was 4th down, pardon me. It's 1st and 10. Turnover on downs. 1st and 10, Blue Demons at about their 12-yard line. 34 seconds left in the half. They're going to hand it off. And that will most likely be, they'll probably get one more play off here before the end of the first half. And that will be the end of the first half of play here at Maine Memorial Stadium, where the Cougars of Vernon Hills lead Maine East Blue Demons by a score of 35-0. Stay tuned for the halftime show of the Blue Regiment. We'll be back for the third quarter of action in about 15-20 minutes.
The Maine East Band Program would like to extend its most sincere thanks to the band class of 2020. Their dedication, hard work, and musicianship will be greatly missed as they perform at their last football game as a Blue Regiment member. We wish them all the best in their future endeavors. We now present the Blue Regiment class of 2020. I counted, and there are 32 seniors. Here we go. Aleda Backerden, a member of the clarinet section, who has been in band for 4 years, escorted by mother, Einer Backerden. Vanessa Baleska, a member of the alto saxophone section, who has been in band for 4 years, escorted by mother, Carmen Baleska. Daniel Barton, a member of the trumpet section, who has been in band for 4 years, escorted by mother, Elizabeth Barton. David, a member of the tuba section, who has been in band for 4 years, escorted by fellow Blue Regiment members, Aaron Adamala and Brian Yu. Luann Bonilla, a member of the color guard section for 2 years, escorted by girlfriend, Desiree Mondragon. Kate Cacho, a member of the flute section, who has been in band for 4 years, escorted by mother, Sandra Sanchez, and father, Jose Cacho. Melanie Chelko, a member of the mellophone section, who has been in band for 4 years, escorted by fellow Blue Regiment members Denise Olea and Saul Vidal. Abigail Crouch, a member of the alto saxophone section, who has been in band for 7 years, escorted by Father Dan Crouch and Aunt Jane Ishabashi. Juhi Dave, a member of the trombone section, who has been in band for 4 years, escorted by fellow Blue Regiment members Adrian Rasilia, Aiden Mata, Emily Swoboda, and Sarah Nick. Aaron Edamala, a member of the trombone section, who has been in band for 4 years, escorted by fellow Blue Regiment members Brian Yu and David Boblia. Abigail Garcia, a member of the color guard section for 3 years, escorted by Mother Melissa Knitter and Brother Roman Knitter. Isabella Garcia, a member of the color guard section for 2 years, escorted by Mother Alma Garcia and color guard coach Megan Foley. Turning the page, that's the first 12. Jacob Iwanowski, a member of the clarinet section, who has been in band for 7 years, escorted by Mother Alicia Iwanowski, Father Mark Iwanowski, and Brother Lucas Iwanowski. Michelle John, a member of the flute section, who has been in band for 4 years, escorted by fellow Blue Regiment members Isis Bautista and Carmen Araja. Elena Jose, a member of the color guard section for 1 year, escorted by color guard coach Megan Foley. Emilio Kem, a member of the trumpet section, who has been in band for 4 years, escorted by Father Ed Kem and Mother Mary Elsner. Ona Lamage, a member of the color guard section for 1 year, escorted by Uncle Andres Kunda. Frankie Licadux, a captain of the drumline, who's been in band for 4 years, escorted by Father Danny Licadux and Mother Nicole Licadux. Lindley Lungang, a member of the trumpet section, who has been in band for 4 years, escorted by fellow Blue Regiment member Sebastian Onis and friend Conrad Wilkie. Caitlin Matchuk, a member of the flute section, who has been in band for 9 years, escorted by Father Jeff Matchuk and Grandmother Bernadette Matchuk. Mark Magno, a member of the alto saxophone section, who has been in band for 4 years, escorted by Mother Sheila Magno and Father Joey Magno. Linnell Napata, a member of the color guard section for 3 years, escorted by Father Lenny Napata and Mother Jennifer Napata. Sarah Nigg, a member of the color guard section for 3 years, escorted by Father Phil Nigg and Mother Amy Nigg. Kevin Opeña, a drum major of the band, who has been in band for 4 years, escorted by Mother Maria Opeña and Father Benicio Opeña. Angela Riggy, a member of the clarinet section, who has been in band for 4 years, escorted by Father Rick Riggy and Mother Hala Riggy. Lena Salem, a member of the mellophone section, who has been in band for 4 years, escorted by Mother Azia Elron and Brother Sammy Salem. Joe Scaria, a member of the drumline, who has been in band for 8 years, escorted by Sister Gina Scario. Gotta turn the page, 27 done so far. We've got the math, 5 to go. Dan Urbanski, a member of the alto sax section, who's been in that section for 7 years, escorted by Mother Barbara Urbanski. Roberto Valerio, a member of the mellophone section, who's been in band for 4 years, escorted by Mother Marina Valerio and Father Roberto Valerio. Ryan Vu, a member of the euphonium section, if I said that correctly, who has been in band for 4 years, escorted by fellow Blue Regiment members Grace Azian, Matthew Banto, and Ayum Contractor. Brandon Wilczynski, a member of the trumpet section, who has been in band for 4 years, escorted by Father Mark Wilczynski and Mother Mary Wilczynski. Number 32, Brian Yu, a member of the tenor saxophone section, who has been in band for 4 years, escorted by fellow Blue Regiment members David Boblia and Aaron Adamala. Please give a big round of applause to the Blue Regiment senior class of 2020. JV seniors for cheer. Senior Vanessa Montesinos, escorted by her mother Atuna Cruz and her father Leonardo Montesinos. Senior and also team captain MJ Delos Reyes, escorted by mother Marilyn Delos Reyes and her father Abner Delos Reyes. Senior Kat Cacho, escorted by her mother Sandra Sanchez and her father Jose Cacho. Now for the varsity seniors. Senior Nicole Zemsky, escorted by her uncle Dave Werbach. Senior Mariah Arroyo, escorted by her mother Maya Arroyo and her father Anthony Arroyo. Senior Carolina Kroc, escorted by her brother Lucas Kroc. Senior Jackie Cortez, escorted by team mom Sheila Urban and teammate Caitlin Urban. Senior and also team captain Emily Santos, escorted by her mother Renata Rocha and stepfather Jose Nieves. Thank you, senior cheer. Once we're clear, we'll do a performance of the Demon Squad. We will now introduce the Maine East Demon Squad, led by Captain Mariah Barber and fellow seniors Sarah Labuda, Sydney Van Dyke, and Daniela Bootman. Maine East High School is proud to present the 2019 Blue Regiment Halftime Show. This year's production will feature the music of Pixar and has music from The Incredibles, Cars, Toy Story, Up, Ratatouille, Monsters, Inc., and A Bug's Life. The band is conducted by drum majors Senior Kevin Opeña and juniors Emily Swoboda and Saul Vidal. Drum majors, is your band ready? And now, the Maine East Blue Regiment and the music of Pixar.
Welcome back to Maine Memorial Stadium. For the start of the second half of Blue Demons football, where Maine East trails the Vernon Hills Cougars by a score of 35-0. We hope you enjoyed the performances by the Demon squad and the Maine East Blue Demon Regiment. It is senior night, not just for the football players, but also for musicians, cheerleaders, and it's just all in all a nice night to be at a football game, although it is a little chilly out there. The temperature continues to fall. It's about 42 degrees out there. If there's one thing that you can say that's good is that there's absolutely no wind. So it could be a lot worse if there was a wind, and it is a clear night. So
as expected, the temperature has dropped to 40 degrees.
nope, I just got the announcement. It's now at 40 degrees, so it's dropped another 2 degrees since halftime started. Here's hoping that it'll hold in the upper 30s here for the last half of football. So Vernon Hills will be set to receive as Maine East received the ball in the first half.
Getting ready to start. Blue Demons to kick off.
And what's really been impressive at this game is the air raid offense of the Vernon Hills Cougars. Bit of a pooch punt there. Might have tried an onside kick.
Covered by Cougars.
But it is recovered by Vernon Hills. It'll be 1st and 10, where Vernon Hills will have good field position to start their opening possession of the second half.
From near their 46-yard line.
1st and 10, Vernon Hills call it their own 46-yard line as they set to get back to work on the offensive side of the ball.
Concession stand is out of walking tacos for the first time ever. Thank you for everyone that participated.
And for Vernon Hills, it's been a lot of quick passes, not a lot of runs out of the gun. Again, pump fake, looking to throw, and he does throw. Flag on the play, pass is caught.
Touchdown number, there is a flag in the field.
There's a flag on the field. We'll see what the signal is.
Preliminary signal is...
It is against Vernon Hills, offensive
so
pass
that play
interference. This
back.
play is coming back. So offensive pass interference. And as we get into the second half of play, the offense came out for Vernon Hills virtually unstoppable, but the past few possessions, Maine East finally been able to get some pressure on them and been able to slow it down a little bit. They've had some self-inflicted incomplete passes and penalties as well. Again, back to throw, starting to get some pressure on him. And again, oh, he escapes the pressure, still looking downfield. Pump fakes, this time he's going to scramble and take off. And he is finally tackled at about his 35-yard line.
Thomas Monten on the quarterback keeper. Got a flag in the field.
The flag down on the field. And you're hoping that they don't call Maine East for unnecessary roughness?
Unsportsmanlike
conduct against the Blue Demons.
On 15 yards in
That'll be a
run.
15-yard and automatic first down.
Cougars have the ball, 1st and 10 from the Blue Demon 48-yard line.
So instead of third down and long, it's going to be 1st down and 10 for. It's not an automatic first down. Second down and 5. It's not an automatic first down in high school rules. Again, back to throw. Pass is caught by number 10 inside the 10-yard line of the Blue Demons. Lucas Lukens on the reception. First and goal for Vernon Hills.
First and goal from the 9-yard line for the Cougars.
That time sacked on the play.
Number
Taken down immediately by number 54.
Again, just 54. If anybody's got his name, send it up here.
Maine East is finally getting some pressure on their quarterback. It took him a while, but they're finally getting some pressure on him. He's got some escapability, but that time it was a well-timed blitz and brought him down.
I see you, Papa.
Second down and goal from long, 16 yards.
Flag on the play. You're hoping it's not offsides against the Blue Demons. And that's exactly what it is, offsides against Maine East. Saw somebody in the trenches
that
jump.
Last quarterback sack, we learned his name, Denatra, just Denatra.
Second down and goal to go again for Vernon Hills. Got some of that yardage back with the offsides penalty against Maine East. Rolling out to his right, looking to throw. Tries the corner of the end zone, falls incomplete.
Intended for number 13,
Intended for number 13, Giovanni Zullo, but it falls incomplete. Third down. Third down for the Cougars. Back to throw again. Steps up in the pocket. Pressure, and down he goes again.
Quarterback sack, number 9, Grayson Gregorio.
Grayson Gregorio on the sack. That's the third or fourth sack in the past 2 possessions for the Blue Demons. Their pressure is finally getting to the Vernon Hills offense. Again, they're an air raid attack, as I've been learning about over the past few minutes. Running is not what they do. It's unusual to see in a high school offense, but it's not something they're going to do. So it's fourth down, and looks like they're going to go for it, and why not? They're up big. They're in a scoring position.
Fourth and goal coming up.
Fourth and goal. Again, the pressure's coming, and he's going to go down again. Sacked again.
Sacked. 51 and 54. Kian Kakavandi.
It is a turnover on downs.
Sinatra.
Turnover on downs, and honestly, not bad field position for the Blue Demons with all of the sacks and lost yardage. That was a goal to go, and Maine East is going to get the ball at their own 25. So
Blue Demons take possession, first and 10. They're their own 25-yard line.
Not a good past 2 possessions, the opening possession of the second half and the closing possession of the first half for the Cougars offense. Pressure is starting to get to them. I count at least 4 sacks. Caesar Graham back to throw. Pass is going to be caught by Grayson Gregorio.
First down, Blue Demons.
First down, Blue Demons. Nice reception and carried a tackler with him for a few more yards. Again, they're in a hurry-up offense, our Maine East, already to the ball quick. Caesar Graham looking things over. 2 receivers to each side. Single back set out of the gun. Back to throw again. Quick pass again, completes Gregorio. Gets out of bounds at the 50. And enough again for a first down.
Inbound.
Nope, they're not going to call that a first down. It's 2nd and 1. Second down.
First down again, Blue Demons.
They are calling it a first down.
Keep moving.
Are calling it first down. So 2 quick passes by Caesar Graham to Grayson Gregorio. led to some good yardage here as Blue Demons getting set to cross midfield for, I believe, the first time all day. Again, back to throw. This time it's going to be incomplete, intended for Balthazar Cabrales.
Pass was tipped, incomplete. Brings up second down 10, Blue Demons.
Nice to see the Maine East offense finally getting some movement going. Hard to tell again with the score being what it is. I'm not sure if it's a starting defense on the field for Vernon Hills or not, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. It's the last game of the season. It's senior night. You're playing for pride, and it's good to see some positive momentum going here for the Maine East Blue Demon offense. Low snap. This time he hands it off.
Number 8, O'Neal.
Not much there for
Isaac on the
O'Neal
carry.
Isaac. Going to be tackled
Tackle made
for
by number 56.
about no gain on the
Vito
play.
Asatura.
Tackle for no gain, second down and 10.
Brings up third down and 10, Blue Demons.
Just under 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter of play. Maine East driving, third down and 10. Back to throw. Graham under pressure, and down he goes. He was sacked, well, technically, but really it was a turf monster that got him. He was avoiding the sack, lost in the turf, and took the knee, and that's
brings up fourth down.
One of the easiest sacks you're going to get.
Demons.
You can tell Caesar Graham's frustrated. He wanted that one back, but it's a little bit of a slick surface out there. A few players have slipped this game. Again, with the temperature being what it is, there's probably still some dew on the field. It's been a little bit slippery. Saw some band members slip as well on the field. So now we've got fourth down and a long way to go. Caesar back to pass. Good. Pass is incomplete. It was intended for Gregorio. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
They'll have good starting field position, first and 10 from near the Blue Demon 42-yard line.
So both teams turn it over on downs to open the third quarter. And both teams end up with decent field position, although it's really good field position again for the Cougars. Again, they're going to be starting on the Maine East side of the field, get the ball at the Maine East 42.
It is so cold, the cheerleaders are doing jumping jacks just to stay warm.
First and 10. Starting offense still out there for Vernon Hills. And again, quick passes. A little bit of a wide receiver screen. Good blocks by the wide receivers of the Cougars. Tackles made out of bounds after a gain of about 6. Giovanni Zulu on the reception.
Tackle made by 23, Angelo Gumas.
Second down, call it about 5 yards to go. Maine East showing blitz. That time on the draw play, they run it, and everybody runs right past the ball carrier.
They run
because
by the Cougars.
This is probably their second or third run of the game. So, again, if you're on defense, you want to be disciplined, but when it's only the second or third run of the game, you really can't fault the rush for running right by the ball carrier. Good call by Vernon Hills on the draw play, and that gives them an easy first down on the run.
We'll call it the 18-yard line.
First down at the Blue Demon 18-yard line with just under 5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter of play. Pass is caught and wide open.
Pass is caught by number 31.
And he would have been able to go right in for a touchdown, but the turf
is very wet tonight.
The turf is tackling everybody right now. Maine East and Vernon Hills alike. That was probably an easy touchdown, but cut sharply. Condensation on the field's got to be taken over, and the cleats obviously aren't long enough to get decent traction. So
Cougars to the ball, first
Turf
and
Monster
goal
takes
from near
points
the
off the
blue
board for
demon
Vernon
8-yard
Hills, and
line.
it's going to be second down
Excuse me.
and inches, looks
Second
like.
and inches.
Back to pass once again. Incomplete.
Pass.
In and out of the hands of number 31.
Intended for number 31, Eric Remus.
Eric Remus with the incomplete pass.
Broken up by number 5, Gustavo Cabrelas.
Unsportsmanlike conduct by each side of the field, it looks like. Offsetting penalties. Flag on the field for offsetting penalties look like unsportsmanlike conduct against both Maine East and Vernon Hills. So I believe the penalty's
Flag on the
offset.
field, looks like offsetting penalties, unsportsmanlike conduct.
And we'll replay the down.
Repeat second down. And inches.
Sacked
Quarterback
again.
sack.
Sacked again is Thomas Monken.
Number 51, Kian Kakabandi.
This time 51 gets to him.
And 44, Jonathan Gonzalez.
So as impressive as their offense has been, if you're Vernon Hills and you have playoff aspirations and your quarterback has been sacked 6 or 7 times, how long are you going to keep him in the game for? So you got third down and goal to go. Again, back to pass. And that pass is incomplete. Again, in and out of the hands
for number 21,
of number 21, Justin Morris. And the pressure is coming at Thomas Monken right in his face.
Applying some pressure nearby.
They're getting pressure right now,
Grayson
right
is
up the
all
gut.
over the field tonight.
Let's go, Maine East!
So fourth down and goal to go. Again, they're back to pass, empty backfield, out of the shotgun, man in motion. Quick throw, tipped at the line of scrimmage and falls incomplete. Number 44, the Blue Demons got his hands on that ball.
Loss of downs. Defensive stand.
Jonathan Gonzalez tipped that ball on the pass, and it falls incomplete. And again, turnover on downs.
Cheerleaders Talon and Mel.
So another possession, another turnover on downs for Vernon Hills.
And Amanda and Caitlin.
You can say that football is a game of adjustments, and what's been fascinating is that Maine East on defense has started to figure out this Vernon Hills attack, and they're able to apply some effective pressure. Now, they've got talented quarterback and some decent receivers, so they're still making some plays, but right now, Maine East is shutting the door when they get down in the red zone.
Tackle made by number 58, Bradley Gotthaupt.
That was a gain of 1 yard on that run, so it'll be second down and 9 yards to go. Getting close to 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter of play. Still 35-0, Vernon Hills over the Blue Demons. Caesar Graham back to throw, tries to run, and he's going to be sacked.
Got a quarterback sack. Third down and 9 yards to go. Coming up for the Blue Demons. Minute 47 remaining in the third quarter of play.
Third down and 9. Big hole up the middle. Caesar Graham keeps it. Hangs onto the ball, bounces off tackle, still on his feet. That's going to be a first down and more. Tackled out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. Excellent run by Caesar Graham. Almost lost the ball, able to catch it as he was on the run there.
Tackle made by 32, Jackson Weagold.
Jackson Weagle on the tackle. And Maine East moved the chains.
Opened up by 72, Kevin Wingate, and 75, Mark Danka.
First and 10, Blue Demons. 4 wide receivers, 1 back set out of the gun. Caesar Graham back to throw. Throws a pass. Incomplete, intended for Gregorio.
For number 8, O'Neal Isaac. Brings up second down 10, Blue Demons.
Was intended for O'Neal Isaac, pardon me. Second down and 10. Pass is complete for a first down to number 88.
First down, Blue Demons.
Kasper
88, Kasper
Azuski
on the reception. The chains just keep moving.
Nice quick pass on the slant as the Maine East Blue Demons continue to move the ball. Again, nice to see a little bit of positive momentum for this football program, both offensively and defensively as we get into the second half of play. Get one more play in here before the third quarter comes to an end.
15 seconds.
Missed tackle, and then finally taken down. It's going to be a loss of about 5 or 6 yards on the carry. And that is going to end the third quarter of play at Memorial Stadium, where the score remains the Vernon Hills Cougars 35, Maine East Blue Demons nothing.
Last quarter of the season coming up.
Welcome back for the fourth quarter of play. Caesar Graham back to throw. Falls incomplete. He just threw it away as he was scrambling the rush. It's going to bring up third down. Third down and about 15 yards to go.
Talon high in the sky.
Third down and 15. Vernon Hills coming on a blitz. And again, the turf monster strikes again.
Quarterback down.
And Caesar falls to the ground as he's trying to make a move to avoid the rush. It's got to be getting really wet out on the field, and the cleats on both teams have been an issue. Neither team can get good traction. You could argue that the turf took points off the board for Vernon Hills, and it's been causing kind of unintended sacks and all sorts of different things happening for the Blue Demons as well. So both sides have been dealing with it. So now this brings up 4th down and looks like 21. So 4th down in a long time.
Blue Demons.
Again, they're in 4-down territory, and when you're down by 35 points, why not? See what Coach Winkle has for 4th and 21. Delayed blitz, and they get pressure on Graham, but he's got a big hole and escapes. Picks up some good yardage, tackled at the 43-yard line.
Short of the 1st down marker. So Cougars will take over on loss of downs. They'll have excellent field position.
So Graham gains 8, but not nearly enough. Again, I've been impressed with Caesar Graham's running ability to run up the gut. When he sees the hole, he's taking it. And so turnover on downs again. It's kind of been a strange start of the second half. I guess we're in the 4th quarter now, but each team has turned the ball over on downs 2 times, and that's been both, the total of 4 possessions, 2 for each team. Quarterback keeper, and he's still running.
Touchdown.
And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. Thomas Monken keeps it, and no one picks him up, and he runs all the way in for the score. And just like that, it's 6 more points for Vernon Hills. Pending the point after, it is now 41-0 Vernon Hills over the Blue Demons.
Here on out. Clock will only stop on a timeout. On a score. Or an official timeout for an injury.
For the extra point. Snap is back, hold is good, kick is up, and it is no good.
Point after try.
I think it might have gotten.
Look,
Was it? No, pardon me. It is.
looked like it was tipped, but still had enough energy to make it over the crossbar.
So it did make through the uprights, even though it looked like it was tipped by a Maine East by a Maine East defender, but it does get through the uprights. Extra point is good. It is a 42-0 Vernon Hills lead. At this point, because we're over 40 points, the clock will continue to run, so the 4th quarter will be over quickly. Only time the clock will stop is if it is due to an injury or a timeout. Kicked off to Maine East. Cabrales runs over somebody, tackled at the 30-yard line.
Number 9,
Grayson Gregorio, pardon me, with the return. Powerful run.
Tackle made by number 20, Joshua Ludolph. Blue Demon starts 1st and 10 from near their own 30-yard line.
It's be 1st and 10 Maine East at about their 30-yard line. 10 minutes left to go in the game. Final game here at Maine Memorial Stadium for the 2019 fall football season. Final quarter play for these seniors, and you're hoping that they can put on a good show. There's been some good momentum for Maine East in this half. Defensively, you've got to be pleased with their effort. We have a timeout.
Timeout charge, Blue Demons.
It's a timeout by Maine East.
Name that tune from the pep band. Fall Out Boy, in case you did not recognize it, by play set to resume. Blue Demons with the ball. 1st and 10 from their own 30.
1st and 10, Maine East. Throws a pass. Incomplete, intended for
Incomplete, intended for number
Gregorio.
9, Grayson Gregorio.
Just a
Almost
step
caught.
off there. Good throw by Graham, but just off by a tick, and it's going to be 2nd down. Second down and 10. Graham back to throw. Again, slipped and fell to the turf.
Loss of a few yards of the play.
It's really getting to
Third down and
Caesar
long
Graham.
for
This
Blue
has to,
Demons.
I think this is at least the 3rd time he's fallen to the turf without being touched by a defender. He's got to be very frustrated, and I can't say I blame him. And, you know, this isn't professional sports. They don't have somebody that can get there and change their cleats on the sideline. So the shoes they're wearing is the shoes they're wearing, and you just got to be more careful with the cuts you make. Try to keep your legs over your base when you make your cuts. 3rd down and 10. Or no, longer than that, excuse me. 3rd down and 15 because of the unintentional sack. Graham back to throw. Looks things over. Escapes the pocket. Got some room to scramble. He is going to throw. Incomplete.
Incomplete pass. Intended for number 9, Grayson Gregorio. Double covered. Broken up by 14, Josiah McDonald.
Fourth down and about 15 yards, and they're going to punt it away. Kick is away.
Ball punted by number 50, Edwin
Fielded at about the
Vernon.
45, and he breaks some tackles in 3, and he's tackled out of bounds at about the 35-yard line of Maine East. So excellent field position once again for
Cougars
Vernon
will
Hills.
start 1st and 10 from near the Blue Demon 35-yard line.
Appears to be some different players now on offense for the Vernon Hills Cougars. We'll see who is quarterbacking under center as soon as I see them line up. Looks like it's number 4, Ben Haley, 6 foot, 155-pound junior now in, and they hand the ball off to number 43,
Number 43 in the carry,
Jonathan Ford. Jonathan Ford is
quarterback number 4,
tackled
Ben
after a gain of
Kelly
5
on the handoff.
by a cadre of Blue Demons. Thanks, Mr. Hankins, for that one.
Tackled by a cadre of Blue Demons. Gain of about 5 yards of the play brings up 2nd down and 5.
I
for
didn't
the
know that
Cougars.
multiple demons is a cadre, but apparently that's what you have. They're not geese. That would be a gaggle. Oh yeah, it could be a host of Blue Demons. So 2nd down, 5 yards to go here in the closing minutes of the 4th quarter. Ball right at about the 30-yard line of Maine East, and the new quarterback back to throw. Lobs a pass over the defenders, completed to number 43.
Screen pass to number 43.
Jonathan Ford.
Jonathan Ford.
That's going to be enough for a 1st down.
Tackled by number 8, O'Neal Isaac. Brings up third down, 1 yard to go for the
No, it was not a
Cougars.
first down, pardon me. It's third and short, third down and about 1 yard to go.
5 minutes remaining to play in the season.
Let's go, Blue Demons!
Cougars set.
Third down and 1. On the draw play, Jonathan Ford is going to be tackled just shy inside the 5-yard line.
Jonathan Ford, touchdown saving tackles.
Touchdown saving tackles by a number of Blue Demons on the play. Again, now with Thomas Monken out at quarterback, now we're seeing Vernon Hills content to run the ball a little bit with number 43, Jonathan Ford, a 5'8", 155-pound junior. And it's first and goal to go right at the 5-yard line of Maine East. 4 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Ben Haley, the new quarterback, or Hawley, perhaps is that's how it's pronounced. Out of the gun, hands it off to Ford. Patient runner, looks for the hole, finds it, and touchdown. Touchdown, Vernon Hills.
Cougars, run by number 43, Jonathan Ford.
With that touchdown, it is now 48-0 Vernon Hills.
Point after try coming up. Number 3, Shane Mancayo attempting the kick.
For the extra point, snap is back, hold is good, kick is up, and it is good.
It is good. Vernon Hills leads 49-0 with 3 minutes and 41 seconds remaining to play. Cougars set to kick off.
Kickoff to Maine East, fielded by Balthazar Cabrales. Perhaps his last return. Still on his feet, breaks away. Balthazar Cabrales.
Number 1, Balthazar Cabrales.
Balthazar Cabrales on his last game with an excellent run, 30 yards on the return, brings the ball up to midfield. Bravo to Balthazar Cabrales. He's been the heart and soul of the Maine East football program for a very long time. And I know that return probably meant a little something to him, and that was cool to see. So good field position, brings that into Cougar territory. First down and 10 yards to go.
Number 44, Jonathan Gonzalez, tackled by a pride of Cougars.
Jonathan Gonzalez, the ball carrier, loses a yard because he was tackled by a pride of Cougars, as my colleague Mr. Glenn Olson just exclaimed to the audience. Who knows? That actually might be accurate. I don't know. They're solitary animals, Cougars. Well, it's on the internet, so it must be true that it is, in fact, a pride of Cougars.
11.
Second down and 11. That is how things work. If it's on the internet, it's got to be true. Pitch back. And fumble. The ball is loose. Recovered by Vernon Hills, number 43, Jonathan Ford, the linebacker and running back for Vernon Hills.
Vernon Hills, number 43.
So Jonathan Ford recovers the fumble. So the good field position by Balthazar Cabrales goes for naught, and it's a turnover. Their fourth of the game for the Blue Demons. Again, we said a key to the game was to protect the ball. Blue Demons have given it up 4 times. And there is a minute and a half left to go here in the game.
Number 43, Jonathan Ford on the run. First down, Cougars. Clock is ticking, 40 seconds.
First down on that run by the Vernon Hills Cougars as we get inside of a minute left in the 2019 football season for the Maine East Blue Demons.
Could be the last play coming up right here.
That is going to be the last play of the ball game. Both teams content to let the clock to wind down. So final score is going to be the Vernon Hills Cougars 49, Maine East Blue Demons 0.
This concludes the game. Vernon Hills win 49.
As we say goodbye for the moment, we'd like to thank our incredible student-run crew at WMTH-TV. They do it all, makes this broadcast happen. Special thanks to our athletic director, Mr. Shans, Mr. Foley, our fall sports coordinator, for their enthusiastic support. Thank you to the Maine East and Vernon Hills football teams, the IHSA. Final score 49-0 here at Maine Memorial Stadium. That's going to do it for football for the 2019 season. Once again, for our camera operators, Papa J and Quentin Lasky, I'm Phil Ash. This is WMTH Park Ridge. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next season. But stay tuned for basketball and winter sports, which are just around the corner.